Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is made possible by Edward Jones financial representative Jason Rainey, Al Lentz of FC Tucker Realtors, Pro Rehab, United Fidelity Bank, Ours Cafe and Catering, Wabash General Hospital, and by Wabash Valley College. Now, Gibson Southern Titan football, a special sports production of the Wabash Valley College Radio, TV, and Digital Media Department and 89.1 The Bash.
Good evening, Titan fans. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon here at the Jewel as the magic number for Gibson Southern is down to 5. 5 wins away from a state championship, but tonight they're focused on the Lions from Salem in the Sectional 32 semifinal. And Kyler, that's kind of the message right now. You don't want to look ahead to 5 weeks from now, but 1 week at a time, taking on a very talented Salem team tonight.
Every single week is so important because your season is on the line. Any small mistake that you make, which we saw a little bit of that last week with the penalties and turnovers against Mount Vernon, which they would hopefully clean up this week. But any small mistake that you make could cost you your season, literally. And, man, I mean, we're just a few big plays away from one tide turning to the other tonight.
Yeah, talking about last week, a 49-16 win over Mount Vernon. That score definitely didn't feel as one-sided at halftime. The Titans led 28-9 after 2 quarters of play, but at the end of that first half, a bad snap for Gibson Southern led to 7 points for Mount Vernon, a sack in the second quarter. All the momentum in the world was on the side of the Wildcats, but the Titans pulled away, defense stepped up, offense made plays, and they pulled away with a 49-16 win in the first round of sectionals. As far as the Salem team, they're 6-2 on the year, took Southridge to overtime last week to win 28-21. And Kyler, you can look at their stats, they're talented running backs, but it's really hard to overlook that 7-point win against Southridge when the Titans beat Southridge by 65 points earlier in the year.
Yeah, it's very, very impressive as far as the regular season stat, but really that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because we are in playoff football now. Like I said, Salem has all the momentum in the world going up into this game, and it should be a dandy here tonight at Gibson Southern.
We'll step aside for the national anthem here at the Jewel on your home for Titan football, 89.1 The Bash.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89.1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans. This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called Direct Access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct Access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash. Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
10 minutes away from kickoff here in the Sectional 32 semifinal between Salem and Gibson Southern. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with you. We'll pick up where we left off before the national anthem. We mentioned Salem, a 7-point overtime win over Southridge last week. But if you go back to the regular season schedule, they lost a close one to a very good Brownstown Central team, who is currently undefeated and currently a top 10 team in 3A. So we mentioned, Kyler, it's really hard to judge this Salem team with their wins and losses, but like I said, it's hard to overlook that 7-point win over Southridge.
It is, and right now, currently, they have all the momentum going in, all the momentum in the world going into this game against. I mean, you look at it and you think, okay, well, Salem's not ranked, but man, I mean, whenever you actually dive into it, Salem is a very, very good football team, and really, it doesn't matter what they're ranked. If you look at the opponents that they play, they've been in so many ball games this year, and even beating Southridge, who, mind you, Southridge beat Gibson Southern last year in the sectional semifinal and went to semi-state and lost. Obviously, of having a quote-unquote down year, but still, I mean, they have faced some very, very great ball clubs in Salem, and they have really almost pulled off the victory in some of those.
This is a Salem team that's going to run the football a lot, and really going to be two guys. Danny Bowling and Porter Howie's going to be the two guys that's going to be handling the ball for Salem a lot in this ballgame. Howie, over 100 carries, 937 yards, and 10 touchdowns this season, while Bowling has 52 carries, 317 yards, and 2 scores. So, you know, Kyle, this is a Titans defense that's been very good against the run all season long. I can't imagine the Salem team will want to throw the ball a lot against this Titans defense. It's going to be one of those things where this Titan defense is going to have the upper hand.
I completely agree with you. This Titans defense, especially against the run, is so exceptional. I mean, they fly to the football. Levi Dickerson, in particular, will fly to the football, and other guys will rally to the football. And for great football teams, that's what you want. You want all the hustle in the world. Whenever that ball is snapped, know where the ball is going and shoot right to the football. And, man, Gibson Southern's defense does a tremendous job at that, and they have this whole season.
If you take away the Week 4 loss at South Warren, this Titans defense has allowed 97 points. They've picked off 6 passes and forced 5 fumbles. GS has outscored their opponents 474 to 97 in those 9 games outside that South Warren contest. But you mentioned that South Warren contest. We bring it up every week. This has been a completely different team since that trip to Bowling Green.
Really, that trip to Bowling Green, you could even make the argument that really, quote unquote, really kind of lit a fire under this team and really kind of opened their eyes and kind of regroup and reset, because you had the first 2 great weeks against Columbus North and New Albany, get 2 spectacular wins looking back on it, and then also get another win against Washington. But, man, you get punched in the mouth. I mean, tough loss against South Warren, who South Warren is a tremendous football team. But, man, ever since then, I mean, they have been lights out. I mean, not giving up a touchdown in the regular season conference play is incredible. I've never, ever heard of that. And, man, that is just one little test. And we're not even talking about the offense here. The offense has been spectacular. You look at Brady Allen and Roy Heltzley, they have combined for 54 receptions, 1,049 yards, and 16 touchdowns. That's phenomenal, Cole.
Yeah, if you look at the stats from those 2 guys, Brady Allen, he led the pack in passing. He's first in Indiana 3A in passing, and he's third in the state in passing yards. And why not dig some more? He's 41st in the country in passing yards. But Rory Heltzley, as you mentioned, he led the conference in receiving yards. He leads the state in 3A in receiving yards, and he's 5th in the entire state of Indiana in receiving yards. Once again, Gibson Southern 9-1, Salem 6-2. Head coach Nick Hart got win number 100 of his career back last Friday. They gave him a plaque before the game tonight. But Kyler, we made the joke that that's the last thing Nick is worried about right now. He wants to take care of business tonight. And
that's the mentality that you should have. I mean, every single week, I know I say it a lot, but, I mean, your season's on the line. At the end of the day, any mistake that you have could really cost your team in this ballgame. And the momentum game, especially in playoff football, is so drastic. Obviously, Gibson has the upper hand right now because they're at home, and that's a huge advantage as far as momentum goes. But, man, I mean, whenever the momentum shifts in a football game, you could literally feel it in the stands and even on the field even. And, man, it's such a tough hill to climb whenever the momentum's not on your side and you're down by 2 or 3 possessions.
I made the note in our pregame notes, shout out to Stain. It's been a while for Gibson Southern. Haven't won a sectional since 2015. If they win tonight, they're going to go to a sectional championship, would be at home here next week. But Kyler, really over the past 4 seasons, they've really had some bad luck in the sectional in terms of playing some really good teams. 2017, they lose to Memorial, who goes on to win state. 2018, they lose to Memorial, who loses a state championship game. They lose to Heritage Hills in 2019. They go on to be a state runner-up. Then last year, losing to a very good Southridge team who lost at semi-state. But this is really the first time in a few years where Gibson Southern is the team to beat in the sectional.
The stars are aligning for Gibson Southern, as you will. It's really spectacular knowing the fact that finally Gibson Southern is the top dog in this sectional. And man, I mean, you look at 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Those Gibson Southern teams were very, very good. I mean, they were ranked in the top 5 for most of the year, maybe for the exception of 2018, but especially 2017 and 2019, those were some exceptional teams ranking in the top 5. I mean, right there. I mean, they held with state championship caliber teams who literally were just in their sectional. Tough break. But man, I'm so excited for tonight and see what this year's Gibson Southern's team can bring to the table against Salem.
There's no question that Gibson Southern is state championship material, and once again, that magic number down to 5 as the Titans run onto the field. Packed house here in Fort Branch. A lot of Salem fans on the other side as well, and we'll take this time to meet the starters for Gibson Southern here tonight against Salem. On the offensive side, at left tackle, number 63, Cade Version. At left guard, number 72 is Sloan Cox. The center, number 66, Ryan Holzmeyer. Jacob Bales is the right guard, number 78. Freddie Toth is the right tackle, number 70. At tight end, Ben Luttrell, number 7. And your wide receivers, number 14, Isaac O'Neill. Number 80, Rory Helpsley. Number 11, Braden Malone. And number 81, Caden Hurlis at running back. We'll see Sean DeLong as well as Adrian Lukeman, and the quarterback, the Purdue commit, Brady Allen. On the defensive side, a very talented defense. Ty Whitledge and Jacob Kemp are your defensive linemen. Your defensive ends, Ben Luttrell and Aiden Barrett. Your 3 linebackers, Logan Maurer, Levi Dickerson, and Adrian Lukeman. And that back 4, the no-fly zone, Braden Malone, Drew Foster, Peyton Rogers, and Noah Bryant. That's your starting 22 for Gibson Southern tonight against Salem. And Kyler, you talk about that defense, and I really am interested to see how Salem approaches attacking this defense. They like to run the football. When we talked to head coach Nick Hart back on Tuesday, he said this team is very comparable to that of a Southridge. Southridge likes to run the ball a lot, or they did during the season. But this is a Salem team that probably is going to have some trouble moving the football. I
mean, you just look at the Titans defense stats here. They have 6 interceptions and 5 forced fumbles on the year. And just like as you mentioned, outside the South Warren game, they have outscored opponents 474 to 97, just under 100 points, which is incredible. The fact that we're in the second round and they're still under 100 points. But nonetheless, yeah, I mean, I think, and if you're Gibson Southern, this is the matchup that you want. Obviously, the offensive star-studded, but man, at times they have doubled up Rory Heltsley, which had opened up more people and really been kind of getting the offense struggling at times to get going, especially early on in the Mount Vernon game. But man, I mean, this defense has been really pretty consistent all year long.
Well, and we made the note today at lunch, Kyler, that only 11 takeaways for this Titans defense through 10 weeks. But the takeaways won't blow you away, but the fact that this defense is so good at forcing teams to punt, 3 and outs, maybe 1 first drive, maybe 2 on a drive, but that's it. They really keep the other team's punter on the field. But as we get into these later weeks in the postseason, you want to see some more interceptions. You want to see some balls get punched out. You want to see some more fumble recoveries from this Titan defense.
And I think you will see that. I think over time, I think that big guys on the bigger names in defense are going to make big-time plays. I mean, that's just what big-time players do. They make big plays in big situations, and you'll see that. I mean, I'm expecting Levi Dickerson to maybe get a forced fumble here, maybe even tonight or in the later weeks. Braden Malone, Peyton Rogers, whoever in the back 4 might get an interception as well to create some turnovers for this Gibson Southern defense. But man, I mean, I'm so excited because this Titans team is just so well-rounded whenever you look at it, and they are so fun to watch on the field.
So the coin toss being done at midfield. Salem will get the ball to start the game. So a heads-up decision there for the Lions, assuming they won the toss. But the Titans will kick this off first. Titans defense will go onto the field. And we're still a couple minutes away from kickoff. We'll take a look at the other games going on tonight in the sectional semifinals. The other game in the sectional 32, which the winner of this game will play the winner of Heritage Hills and Bosse. In the 4A sectional 24, it's Northview taking on Wrights. Central is taking on Memorial. In the 2A sectional 40, North Knox travels to North Posey. Linton Stockton 10-0 travels to Mater Dei. That should be a great game. And also in the 5A sectional 15, Bloomington South takes on Castle, and Evansville North takes on Bloomington North. Titans going to right to left here in the first quarter, wearing their home maroon, red, maroon, wherever you want to call it, with red pants, white helmets. And Salem in their University of Missouri-like uniforms, the black and yellow, white jerseys, black pants, and black helmets. And we are underway here in the sectional semifinal, and the kickoff is on the way. Going to be fielded at the 15-yard line by the Salem returner. It's going to be number 22 on the return, Trevon Smedley, and Smedley gets across the 15 and not much further after that. That was Levi Dickerson that flew down there on the kickoff coverage. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 16-yard line.
A defensive play hasn't even been taken yet, and Levi Dickerson is already making plays on the field. It's unbelievable.
Levi Dickerson, we talk about him a lot this year, but he puts off, I'm a Steeler fan here, but he puts off that Jack Lambert just type mentality. Just a bad man. 1st and 10 for Salem from their own 17-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Under center is Tucker. Hands it off to the right side, and not much room at all for the ball carrier. That was number 34, Porter Howie. We'll hear his name a lot. Howie across the 930 mark rushing this season. Got a yard there to bring up 2nd down and 9.
The Salem offense already starting to run a little bit on this Gibson Southern defense, kind of what we expected. It would not surprise me if they kind of bust out a little bit of trick play, some trickery, as what Mount Vernon did last week.
Tucker back under center. Salem coming out in a more of a power I formation here. Handoff right up the gut, and again, nowhere to go. The Titan defensive line all over that. I mean, he can't even tell who's got the football. There's so many red jerseys around the ball. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
That is the standout for Gibson Southern's defense. They always fly to the football. I mean, just like as you alluded to, the running back, I believe it was Howie, got the ball, and he had nowhere to go immediately. I mean, immediately had nowhere to go. Great play by Gibson Southern's front 7.
This is where you want to be for the Titans defense, forcing a 3rd and long. Assuming you're going to try to make Tucker throw the football here. Tucker, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions this year. He's under center on 3rd down and 11. Tucker. They go a reverse here to the right side. This is number 2, the ball carrier, Danny Bowling. He tries to switch directions, and he can't. The Titan defense, we mentioned it, not a lot of takeaways, but a 3 and out right here out the gate. Salem will punt the football away.
And that was safety Noah Bryant on the play. That wasn't even a front 7. That was a safety from the backfield making the play. Noah Bryant, he played that great. He met the contact right at the defender. May have missed the tackle, but he had just left enough time for Levi Dickerson and Adrian Lukeman to fly to the football and stop them. It's 4th and 15, Cole.
The Lions run 3 plays and go backwards 5 yards. A bad snap on the punt, and now running with it and getting about 1 yard is number 20, Malachi Lee, and it's going to be a turnover. So a bad snap on the attempted punt, and Gibson Southern with great field position out the gate.
Probably the best field position that you want for Gibson Southern's offense. I mean, that is exceptional.
That was number 28, Hayden Bauman, the punter for Salem, who couldn't corral the snap. It was a good snap, actually, but he just bobbled it, and the Titans pick it up. 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern from the Salem 13-yard line. Allen in the shotgun. He's got a stack receiver to his right and to his left as well. Sean DeLong now moves out in the flat. Allen looks to his left, steps to his left, throws incomplete off the hands of Braden Malone, and he would have walked into the end zone if he would have caught that man. Braden Malone stepped up big time last week in Mount Vernon, had a touchdown catch, and made some big plays in the passing game.
And luckily, this is the first offensive play for Gibson Southern. Obviously, if you execute that, that's 6 points. He's easily walking in the end zone if he catches that football.
That was a 90-mile-per-hour fastball from Brady Allen. Allen by himself in the shotgun on 2nd down and 10. Salem brings the pressure, throws it in the flat. That's going to be caught by Sean DeLong, and he can't break away, trying to stay on his feet, but he's brought down near the 5-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 2 here for the Titans.
If I'm Coach Hart, I'm assuming a run player. Obviously, it's 3rd and 2 on the goal line, actually on your own 6, and they are bringing in Adrian Lukeman here. That's probably what they're going to do.
Normally when you see, these short yardage situations, but it's 3rd and 5. Allen hands it off to Lukeman. Up the gut. Lukeman sprints into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Gibson Southern.
Rinse and repeat. Whenever you need a big play from Brady Allen and Adrian Lukeman, you get it. 6 points. Gibson Southern gets on the board first.
A 7-yard touchdown run by Adrian Lukeman. And he was seemingly untouched. Lukeman scores his 8th touchdown of the season.
He's been spectacular on the offensive side of the ball.
Chris Spear to attempt the extra point. That one is up, and that one is good. So with 9:12 left here in the first quarter, the Titans strike first here in the sectional semifinal. They lead it over Salem 7-0. We'll step aside here in your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ours Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ours, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ours Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Big thanks to Gordy Limp back at the 89-1 The Bash studio. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon, 7-0 Gibson Southern after a 7-yard touchdown run by Adrian Lukeman. That is the 8th rushing touchdown of the year for Adrian Lukeman. I had to double check my stats there. 8th rushing touchdown for him, 11th touchdown overall for Adrian. With 9:12 left here in the first quarter, 7-0 Gibson Southern. It was a 3-and-out for the Salem offense the last time out. We'll see if they can try to mix things up here offensively. Here's the kickoff from the 10-yard line. This is going to be Smedley, the returner for Salem. Takes it across the 25-yard line. Not a bad return there. Be 1st and 10 for the Lions.
You can even argue that I think Gibson Southern's defense really made that play for Gibson Southern's offense. And what I mean by that is they shut Salem's offense down completely. Completely shut them down on their very first drive, which ultimately led to the bad punt and their own field position, and then which set up to Gibson Southern's offense scoring really much with no problem.
So 1st and 10 for Salem from their own 28-yard line. 9:06 left here in the first quarter. Tucker hands it off up the middle. That's going to be Bowling, the ball carrier. And Bowling got about 4 yards there, maybe a long 3 to bring up 2nd down at about 8. We'll call it 7 here for Salem. And officials timeout after that run. There's an injured Lion on the play. Looks like number 77, Cole Bush, going to limp off the field. They call it 2nd and 7. 8:53 left here in the first quarter of play.
Something to note, their quarterback is 6'1", and presumably one of their best receivers on the team, Grant Mahuron. Am I saying that correct? Mahuron?
Yeah.
Mahuron? He is also 6'1", 180. They do have some weapons on their offensive side of the ball.
Tucker in the shotgun, first pass of the night, throws one to flat. That's going to be caught by Mahuron. He gets pushed backwards. Drew Foster on the coverage as well as Logan Maurer. Gain of about 3 there for the Lions. Brings up 3rd and short, so we questioned how much will Salem go to the passing game tonight. A quick pass there from Tucker to Mahuron. It's tough to say. He brings up 3rd in the yard.
It would not shock me, since Salem has really struggled running the ball this year, if they kind of pass a little bit more. I think you really have to.
3rd in the yard here for the Lions, and the shotgun is Tucker. Hands it off to Howie up the middle, and I'm not sure if he got there. Little to no running room for Howie. Going to bring it 4th and short here for the Lions, and we'll see if they want to go for it.
Gibson Southern's defense bending but not breaking. We've seen that so many times this season.
We've been saying it all week, Kyler. If you're Salem, you're going to have to throw the football.
Exactly.
You're not going to be able to run it very much against this Titan front 7. We've seen it already. They have had little to no running room in this game so far. They're going for it. 4th and a yard from the Lion 37-yard line. Tucker in the shotgun. 2 running backs next to him. Hands it off up the middle. That's Bowling. He's going to get pushed backwards. Turnover on downs again. No chance. 1st and 10, Gibson Southern.
This Gibson Southern defense is elite. They are elite at the running game especially. And if I'm Salem, I've got to be kind of frustrated with the call. Obviously, you get nowhere on 3rd and 1, and you essentially pretty much call the same play instead of passing it, which was successful on that same drive. If you're a Salem fan, you got to be pretty frustrated. But if you're a Gibson Southern fan, you got to be ecstatic right now.
Titans defense, 2 possessions and 2 stops. 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern. Allen back to pass here on 1st down. Feels the pressure, rolls out to his right, now goes back to his left, and he throws one, and it's incomplete. Looking for Caden Hurlis. The Lions brought the pressure from the left side. Allen sensed it and was able to make something happen there, but it's incomplete. Nice play there by Brady. Threw a little bit low there to Caden Hurlis.
One thing we've noticed, too, especially after the South Warren game, is that South Warren blitzed Brady a lot, and that's what teams have really started to do, is really get in Brady's face and make him try to make a tough throw, and we just saw that right there.
Sean DeLong, his first carry of the night, goes up the middle and gets taken down across the 35-yard line. Got about 4 yards there, brings up 3rd and 6 for Gibson Southern. 7:04 to go here in the first quarter. Ball at the Lion 34-yard line. So 3rd down and 6, 7-0 Gibson Southern. Allen back to pass, looks to his left. They bring pressure again, caught by DeLong in the flat. To the 15, to the 10-yard line, puts a shoulder down, all the way down out of bounds, inside the 5. 1st and goal, Gibson Southern. Sean DeLong out of the backfield with the catch and run.
Sean DeLong ran a little bit of a wheel route. Brady made the easy read. He was wide open, and that's why Sean DeLong, he was a receiver last year. He is so versatile, and you can use him in the passing game and the running game.
Allen back in the shotgun here on 1st and goal quickly. They do a bit of a shift. Now it's Rory Heltzley in the backfield. Allen rolls out to his right, dumps it off to Rory Heltzley for a Gibson Southern touchdown. It's that easy. 6-yard score, Allen to Heltzley.
Make that 17 touchdowns this season. Brady Allen to Rory Heltzley. What else is new, Cole?
That was almost Kansas City Chief-like. They run that play where, Mahomes runs to his right and dumps it off there to Kelsey. That was very similar to that.
When are we going to see the shovel pass next?
Well, that was Brady easily could have thrown a shovel pass there if he wanted to. So with 6:39 left here in the first quarter, 13-0 Gibson Southern. And Chris Spear out to attempt the extra point. He's been stellar so far this season. And Chris Spear's extra point is up and good. He is now 55 for 60 on this season. So with 6:39 left here in the first quarter, Gibson Southern leads 14-0 here in the sectional semifinal. We'll step aside here on your home for Titan football, 89-1, the Bash.
This message a public service of Fort Branch Community Pride. Sinister Cellar presents Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, Friday and Saturday, October 29th and 30th from 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park at 507 East Vine Street in Fort Branch. A no-scare option for younger kids from 6 to 7 both nights. That's Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, October 29th and 30th, 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park, if you dare.
6:39 left here in the first quarter. Gibson Southern leads early over Salem here in the sectional semifinal, 14-0. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with you. A 7-yard touchdown run by Adrian Lukeman and a 6-yard pass from Brady Allen to Rory Heltzley. And it has looked easy so far for Gibson Southern here in this ball game.
Like I said, I'm shocked if I'm Salem. They had a really great pass. That one pass attempt that they've had, they completed it and got about an 8 or 9 yard gain. I am shocked that Salem has not used their passing game a little bit more.
It's a kickoff return here for Salem and lots of running room on the near sideline and running with the football across the 45-yard line. Number 5, Devin Rivers, gets it up near midfield, so a nice return there for the Lions and some light offensively here for Salem. So 1st and 10 for the Lions with 6.5 left here in the first quarter, 14-0. Gibson Southern with the lead. This defense has been tremendous thus far, and we'll see if they can keep up that trend. But I mentioned it, Kyler, Salem has to throw the football here. The run game just is not going to get much going.
I will say they kind of have their receivers kind of spread out wide now, so they might try to do that.
Tucker in the shotgun. He will pass here. Quick throw left side. Caught by Bowling across the 45-yard line to the 40 now. Going to be a first down. That was actually Mahiron with the catch and Mehuron goes up into the 35-yard line. That's a first down for Salem. So you mentioned it. They've got to throw the football if they want to have a chance, and a nice catch and run there.
And I like that play call by Salem, kind of get Gibson Southern off their toes. It's first down, kind of try to execute a screenplay, and there was really nobody within a couple feet of Mehuron for Salem.
First and 10 for the Lions, ball at the Titan 35-yard line. Tucker hands it off to Howie up the middle, and Howie gets it across the 35 to the 31. Got a 4-yard pickup there. 2nd and 6 coming up.
He also lost his helmet on the play as well, so he's got to step out for a play.
I think Howie has had more success, what little success they've had in the run game, but running out of the shotgun. It seems like when Salem goes to that power I set, it's almost just too easy to predict a run, but when they go shotgun and spread things out, they've had a little bit more success in the run game. Rivers takes the place of Howie in the backfield on 2nd down and 6. Fakes the handoff, throws to the right side, going to be caught near the first down at the 25-yard line. That was number 19 with the catch, Braden Cummins, and that was going to be just shy of a first down. They call it 3rd at about half a yard for Salem.
If I'm Salem, I like this. I like the way that this offense is rolling. You have to keep your offense balanced. You cannot be one-dimensional either way. And I think if they really do keep their offense balanced, we might see a little bit of longer drives for Salem.
3rd and half a yard. Tucker in the shotgun, 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. They hand it off back to Howie, and he gets hit right away, and he might have had just enough for a first down. I think he did.
I thought on the initial contact it would have been pretty close.
Well, he only needed half a yard, and he got about 3/4 of a yard. Just enough for a first down. He got hit immediately.
Probably Levi Dickerson.
I think that's who it was. Coming into this game, Levi had 99 tackles.
That's incredible.
Yeah. 4.5 to play here in the first quarter. 14-0 Gibson Southern. Tucker in the shotgun. Takes a snap back to pass here. He's got time. Throws a deep ball far sideline. It is caught for a Salem first down inside the 5-yard line. Trevon Smedley. With Noah Bryant having great coverage, Smedley went up and made the catch. 1st and goal, Lions.
And if Noah Bryant doesn't get there, I think he walks in for 6. Salem literally read that perfectly like a book. Gibson Southern had a busted coverage, and Salem executed on it. Do not look now, Cole. Salem is on a heck of a drive so far.
Lions trying to get back in the ball game. Tucker in the shotgun. Hands it off to Howie up the gut. Howie looking for the end zone. Brought down about the 2-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and goal. So the good kickoff return here for Salem. Set them up at midfield. They put together a good-looking drive here now. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Trying to cut into this Gibson Southern 14-0 lead. We talked about it, Kyler, though. If you're Salem, you got to throw the football. That's what they've done on this drive. 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. They go back to the power I formation. Tucker with a quarterback sneak. Did he get in? Waiting for a signal. And they call him down at the 1. How do you even tell if he's in the end zone or not?
I couldn't tell. There was bodies everywhere.
They mark him down just outside the end zone at the half-yard line. 3rd down and goal here for the Lions. A big next couple of plays coming up.
Mind you, Salem's quarterback is also 6'1". He only needs a yard.
They go back to the power I formation. Under center is Tucker. Quarterback sneak again. He might have fumbled the football. Who's got it? Waiting for a signal from the referee.
I think he's short.
They say short again. Tucker fumbled the snap. He was able to fall on it. How in the world was he not in the end zone? My goodness.
This would be the, now knock on wood here, this would be the ultimate stop.
You know what this reminds me of? Last night, Green Bay had the ball at the half-yard line and didn't score in 4 tries. Gibson Southern faithful gets loud here on 4th and goal from the half-yard line. A 14-0 Titan lead. Tucker under center. They hand it off, and it is going to be a Salem touchdown. The Lions find the end zone, a fullback give. I couldn't tell who the ball carrier was, but the Lions get in the end zone, and we've got a ball game, folks.
Salem executed that perfectly. Just like what we've been saying, they've got to throw in the pass a little bit. And who knows? I mean, Salem may have done that on purpose. They may have waited to put in the pass just a little bit after they figured out the run was not working. But hold on a minute, folks. This ain't going to be a blowout just yet.
That might have been Smedley, the ball carrier, there on the touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is good. So with 2:31 to play here in the first quarter, Salem has made things interesting. It's a 14-7 Titan lead. We'll step aside on your home for Gibson Southern football. It's 89-1, the Bash.
If you've ever considered a career in broadcasting or digital media, now is the time to be a warrior. Enroll at Wabash Valley College. Our TV channel was named the nation's best in 2020, and you already know 89.1 The Bash is the best alternative rock station in the region. We offer more real-world hands-on experience while working with the latest equipment and technology. Our graduates are getting jobs or moving on to four-year universities. It's time to be a warrior. Call 618-262-8641 today.
So a 1-yard touchdown run for Mason Gilstrap, who got the call on the fullback Gibb, and Salem drives 51 yards to make it a 14-7 game. 2.5 left here in the first quarter. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon, and Kyler, things really turned on a dime there for Salem, driving down and scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, very, very impressive. Very, very impressive drive by Salem. But it's kind of what we said. You know, if you're Salem, your season's on the line. You got to start passing the ball immediately because running the ball clearly was not working.
The kickoff here going left to right for the Lions is going to be Braden Malone, who has it at the 1-yard line. Malone runs to his right looking for some blockers, gets it across the 20-yard line. He's brought down right at the 20, and you can hear the Salem crowd across the way. It kind of feels like the Lions have momentum on their side.
We know this Gibson Southern offense as well. They can score in one play. And that momentum is right back here in Fort Branch, Indiana.
Yeah, it does not take long for this Titan offense to find the end zone of their own. Titans come out with 3 receivers to the left of Brady Allen and 1 to his right, Sean DeLong behind him in the backfield. Allen in the shotgun here on first down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Brady wants to pass. Throws one on the far sideline for Heltzley, incomplete, as Rory dives for it, just out of reach for him. Second and 10 coming up.
And I thought that really that would have been a tough throw to really get Roy Heltzley catching that pass. That would have been a tough throw, and Brady just about executed, just missed Rory by the fingertips. But man, what a shot by Brady Allen early on in this drive.
Second down and 10, 14-7 Titans lead. Allen with the quarterback run up the middle across the 30-yard line, and Brady takes it all the way to the 35. That's going to be enough for a 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern. 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. 14-7 Gibson Southern. Titans right back to the line of scrimmage here. 2 receivers each side of Allen. DeLong next to him in the backfield. Allen takes a snap, play action pass, looks left, throws left, caught by Hurlis, and not much room to run for Caden Hurlis. That was Malachi Lee, the linebacker, making the tackle. Caden got about 3 yards there. 2nd and 7 coming up. This Titans offense quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the right of Allen, 1 to his left. Brady takes a snap. Wants to throw again, rolls out to his right, feels the pressure, now steps up and takes off. Allen throws it at the last second, looking for Heltzley. It was behind him, and it's incomplete. And Kyler, you touched on it earlier, Salem is bringing the pressure, and you can tell Brady a little bit uncomfortable.
He is a little bit uncomfortable, and I think if Brady even sets his feet and throws, I think he's got Roy Heltzley for the first down, but he had to throw it on the run. Man, Cole, look at this Salem Lion team.
Brady really hasn't felt much pressure since that South Warren game. 3rd and 7. Allen tries to get the Lions to jump offside, and a penalty flag flies in at the last second. And what are they going to rule? There was a Salem Lion who moved, and they're going to say a false start on Gibson Southern. So back it up 5 yards to make it 3rd down and 11.
Don't look now.
Yeah.
This could be a huge point in the ballgame.
3rd down, 11. Ball at the Gibson Southern 33-yard line. 3 receivers to the right of Allen, 1 to his left, along behind him in the backfield. Brady takes a snap, Throwing here on third down. Has time. Still has time. Throws one near sideline. Caught by Helpsley. First down across the 45 and across midfield to the Salem 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Gibson Southern.
3rd and 15 back. And Gibson Southern's offense has done so great at that this year, is facing adversity and converting that adversity. They have faced so much adversity with penalties and turnovers, and they just keep on trucking.
85 seconds left here in the first quarter, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Salem. We'll take one as well. We'll step aside here on your home for Titan football. It's 89-1 The Bash and BashRadio.com.
Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
Big thanks to Gordy Limp back at the 89-1 The Bash studio. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with you. Gibson Southern leads this 14-7 here in the sectional 32 semifinal. 1:23 left here in the first quarter of play. Been a pretty lengthy first quarter. The Lions put together a 51-yard touchdown drive in their last possession. Titans just converted a 3rd and 11. They got a 1st and 10 at the Salem 47-yard line. Allen the shotgun, 2 receivers each side. DeLong behind in the backfield. DeLong the carry and lots of room for Sean DeLong across the 45-yard line and taken down into the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Gibson Southern.
Gibson Southern's O-line really made that play happen. Sean DeLong had a wide open running lane to run through. Gibson Southern's O-line kind of buckling up here.
And of course the Titans love to throw the ball, but man, when they go to that rushing attack with DeLong and with Lukeman, that can be hard to stop. 1st and 10, Allen by himself in the shotgun. Now back to pass, feels the pressure again, rolls out to his left. He's got time and completes it to Helpsley at the 25-yard line. Call it the 27. Got about 6 yards there, brings up 2nd down at about 4.
We've noticed as Bray Allen moving out of the pocket quite a bit, but Salem sending some pressure. If I'm Gibson Southern's O-line, I'm kind of expecting them to send pressure all night long.
They call it 2nd and 3. Allen back to pass. Throws over the middle, caught by DeLong on a running back screen, and Sean with running room into the 15-yard line, down to the 10. 1st and goal, Gibson Southern.
And with Coach Hart just calling that running back screen, I could expect, if Salem brings pressure, I could expect some wide receiver screens to try to beat the blitz.
So 1st and goal. Actually, they call it 1st and 10. They called DeLong down at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 11. Allen play action pass, pressure again. Here's a wide receiver screen to Rory Helpsley. Touchdown, Gibson Southern. Okay, Tony Romo over here. 11 yards.
Tony Romo. So
11 yards.
So you could call me Tony Romo right here in the booth. I had that gut feeling, Cole. I just had that gut feeling. But no, great play call by Coach Hart. Get Rory Heltz in open space. Whenever he gets in open space, he is dangerous. Again, I believe that's what? Excuse me, look at my notes here.
17?
18? It'd be 18. It would be 18. 18 touchdowns now. The duo.
So Chris Spear to attempt the extra point. That's now 2 touchdowns in this first quarter for Rory Heltsley. And Spear's extra point is up, and it is good. So with 51 seconds left here in the first quarter of play, your score, Gibson Southern 21, Salem 7 here in the sectional 32 semifinal. We'll step aside here on your home for Titan football, 89-1 The Bash and BashRadio.com.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89-1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
You're listening to Gibson Southern football on 89.1 The Bash, WVJC-FM, Mount Carmel, Illinois. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. Big thanks to Gordy Limp back at the studio tonight. Gordy's been with us all season long. We appreciate the work he's put in And to help us sound so good on the air, 21-7, Gibson Southern in front. Final 51 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Salem put together a good-looking drive. Last time out, they scored on a 51-yard drive on a 1-yard touchdown run. And a short kickoff here for Chris Spear. Will take a bounce to the 35. Bounce back. Gibson Southern might have that one. Ball still rolling around. Who's got it? They're going to say Salem has it at the Lion 21-yard line. That one took a bounce and bounced right back towards the kickoff coverage, and the Titans almost recovered that.
What a pooch kick by Chris Spear. I mean, he placed that football right in that big open hole. Gibson Southern, which is a really smart play call, in my opinion. Gibson Southern about converted that. And that would have been amazing field position for Gibson Southern's offense.
So 1st and 10 for Salem at their own 22-yard line, 21-7. Gibson Southern leads. Tucker in the shotgun. Back to pass here again. Throws a deep ball down the near sideline. That ball is caught and running with green grass in front for a Salem touchdown is number 22, Trevon Smedley. Unbelievable.
The Titans defense is stunned right now.
There were two Titans on the coverage, and they collided, right? And Smedley jumped up and made the catch.
And really, that wasn't – I thought that pass was underthrown and could have been picked off as well.
78 yards in one play. My goodness. Bad snap on the extra point. Tucker now going to throw to the end zone, and it's incomplete. So with 37 seconds left here in the first quarter, it's now a 21-13 ball game. The Lions hanging around. This has been a fun one. We'll step aside here on your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
If you've ever considered a career in broadcasting or digital media, now is the time to be a warrior. Enroll at Wabash Valley College. Our TV channel was named the nation's best in 2020, and you already know 89.1 The Bash is the best alternative rock station in the region. We offer more real-world hands-on experience while working with the latest equipment and technology. Our graduates are getting jobs or moving on to four-year universities. It's time to be a warrior. Call 618-262-8641 today.
37 seconds left here in the first quarter, and Salem scores on a 78-yard pass from Caleb Tucker to Trevon Smedley. And we got a ball game. 21-13 Titans lead.
I'm still here.
And how about that response for the Lions, Kyler?
Unbelievable. Yeah. I'm kind of stunned as well. I think, wow. I'm speechless like you are, Cole.
This Titans offense has worked pretty smoothly so far in this ball game. So here's the kickoff for the Lions, and it's going to be a long one. It's going to be fielded by Michael Herron at the 1-yard line. Herron turns up field across the 10 to 15-yard line, makes a move, and he gets hit hard across the 20. And that is where the Titans will start this drive at their own 22-yard line. So Titans got stuck in a 3rd and 11 on their last possession, but converted and eventually scored on an 11-yard pass from Brady Allen to Rory Helsley. You made the note, Kyler, if Salem is going to continue to bring pressure, the Titans will continue to go to these screen passes, and it worked well the last drive.
Completely agree. But also, I also give credit to Gibson Southern's offensive line. They really buckled down there near the end of that drive and really made that drive happen on the big play from Sean DeLong and some other big plays as well. 1st and 10, Allen back to pass. Quick throw to the right side, caught by Malone, turning upfield. Malone hurdles one defender and is brought down out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Got about 5 yards there. And the clock is stopped with 23.4 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. And the officials stop the clock. I think the referee on the far side might got run over there. I think he's okay. Rough night.
Yeah. We're just in the first quarter. 23 seconds left in this first quarter. 21-13. Gibson Southern in front. So waiting for the officials to resume play. Now, there's something going on the Salem sideline. Wonder if somebody was hit on the end of that play. Oh, but how about how things have turned
quickly
in this ball? I mean, it was a 14-0 Titans lead. Well, Salem scores after a good kickoff return. Titans score easily again, but then 78
that really could have
touchdown.
turned the tide.
Yeah,
because you even think, okay, well, Salem had that long drive, but it still kind of felt like Gibson Southern was still kind of in control of this ball game, if that makes sense, even though it was one possession.
Yeah.
And man, this completely turned the tide of the ball game.
23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Allen in the shotgun. DeLong behind him. 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Hand off to DeLong with lots of running across the 45, down to the 40-yard line. And DeLong will take it, and he's still going. Sean DeLong, goodbye. 73 yards to the house.
Give me those ankles. I'll take those. That's what Sean DeLong said on that long run. What a response from Gibson Southern's offense after the big play from Salem's offense. But Sean DeLong really said, give me your ankles. You ain't catching me. Goodbye.
You know, when he first got the handoff, got a good, 10, 11 yards before he had any contact and just spun away from all the tacklers. And as soon as he kind of maintained his footing,
he was gone.
It was nothing but green turf in front of him. So Chris Spear on for the 4th time in this first quarter to attempt an extra point.
I'm for sure you cannot do this in IHSAA, but give that man a raise.
So Chris Spear to attempt the PAT, 27-13. Gibson Southern with 10 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. And Chris Spear's extra point is up, and that one is good. So 28-13, Gibson Southern leads. We'll keep it here with 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. So, Kyler, I mean, if you're Salem, if you have any chance to stay in this ball game, you've got to make it a shootout at this point.
Exactly. You have to make it a shootout in Salem. And I think, and I'm glad that you alluded this as well, because I really think this is what's happening right now, is I think Salem, right, I mean, like, they get that long drive, but you still think, okay, this Gibson Southern's offense is going to score, and, really, they should just be able to run away with it. But the fact that Salem came out again and punched Gibson Southern in the mouth again, that's what's even more impressive. Obviously, you have that long drive, which is very impressive because his defense has been spectacular all year. And do not let that fool you, by the way. This defense has been isolating. This defense is spectacular and continue to be that. But at the same time, it's the fact that Salem has really punched Gibson Southern in the mouth just as equally and just as quick.
This has been the longest final minute of the first quarter I can ever recall. So Chris Spear will kick this one away. Titans still going right to left here in the first quarter. 28-13. Gibson Southern in front. Spear had a short kick last time, another short kick here. And that's going to be caught at around the 35-yard line, then go out of bounds. So not bad starting position here for Salem. They'll get it around their own 40.
I think we've noticed after the kickoff team for Gibson Southern led up that big kickoff return, they've been kind of pooch kicking a little bit.
8.9 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. 28-13. Gibson Southern in front. Salem has scored their last 2 possessions. Let's see if they can make it 3. A 78-yard touchdown pass on their last drive. Tucker in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Tucker back to pass again here on first down. Feels the pressure, trying to find some running room, and runs forward for a gain of about 2 to bring up 2nd and 8, and that will end the first quarter of play. We'll keep it here.
Finally.
Yeah, a long first quarter indeed.
That's one thing to note as well, is that front, especially the front D line for Gibson Southern, if Salem is going to start passing the ball more, they've got to get some pressure, because I feel like if you give Tucker for Salem enough time to throw the ball, he might throw a dandy right on you.
Yeah, Tucker, he had on that first touchdown drive, had a couple of nice passes through a deep one on the far sideline that was caught by Smedley, and then I mean, those that aren't listening here at the game, I really cannot describe that 78-yard touchdown pass. I mean, two Titan players
collided
right in the vicinity of that ball, and it just so happened to fall in the hands of Smedley, and he was off to the races.
And the crowd went quiet on the home sideline.
That's about as exciting a first quarter as the Titans have had pretty much all season. I mean, the thing about Gibson Southern is they have really not played a close game all year long. And just, when you get into these sectional championship type games, regional down the line, you're going to face teams that are going to make things a little bit more difficult, Sean. And I think that we might have overlooked Salem just a bit. You mentioned their 7-point win over Southridge last week. But when you face teams out of your area, you never know what you're going to get. So we'll start the second quarter of play.
And also, we weren't even at the Southridge game as well, so we don't know what transpired there. Salem could not have passed the ball.
Yeah.
I now have to go back and look at it, but Salem could not have passed the ball that whole game. I mean, we don't know. I mean, they could have won that game strictly off the running attack, and Salem having to do something against this Gibson Southern defense, and it's executing at a pretty great level.
2nd down and 8 here for Salem. First play of the second quarter. Tucker back to pass, throws one right sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Mahuron right there, and it brings up 3rd down and 8. That 73-yard touchdown run by Sean DeLong puts him over the 1,000 all-purpose yard mark on the season. Talked about him, Kyler. It's a guy that has done very well in the rushing department, but also the receiving department as a running back.
Like I said, it's also great that he was a receiver last year, so he's kind of used to – because Brady Allen will rifle it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a very, very hard thrower. So it's kind of nice that he's kind of gotten used to Brady Allen's passes, so to speak.
3rd and a long 8 here for Salem. Tucker with a jet sweep here. It's going to be – this is Smedley, the ball carrier on the far sideline. Smedley going to pick up about 4 there. And it's going to make it 4th and manageable here for Salem. And they're going to bring on the punt team, or they're going to go for it?
I'd go for it.
I think you have to.
I'd go for it.
You got to make this a shootout. You've got to find a way to go mano a mano here with this Titan offense because your defense has not looked good.
From what it looks like to me, it may feel like that Gibson Southern really prepped for the run pretty hard. And whenever they start passing on the fly and make in-game decisions, they're just trying to adjust to it.
4th and 4, and the shotgun is Tucker. He's going to call a timeout. Want to get the Titans to go offside. They don't jump. And a timeout taken by Salem. We'll take one as well with Gibson Southern leading 28-13 here over the Lions on your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ars Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ars, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ars Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Mic up.
11:10 left here in the second quarter. 28-13, Gibson Southern in front. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon, Gordy Limp back at the 89-1 The Bash studio. We resume play. It's going to be 4th down and 4. They called 4th and 3 here for Salem, trying to keep this drive alive. Tucker is in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers out to his right, 1 to his left, and 2 running backs, 1 on each side. Tucker in the shotgun. Moves a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Quick throw to the right side. That is caught for a Salem first down. Grant Mahuron with the catch. That will move the chains, and Salem converts on 4th and short.
You could just feel the momentum just shifting back and forth.
Salem, we talked about early on, they cannot rely on the run game, which is what they've done all year. Against this Titan defense, you've got to throw the football. And when they have, it's worked for them. 1st down and 10, ball at the Salem 49-yard line. In the shotgun, it's Tucker. 2 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. Tucker takes a snap. They go with a little delayed handoff from the right side to Howie, and he got maybe a yard up to midfield. A nice little play designed, but the Titans are all over it. 2nd and long coming up. 10:25 left here in the second quarter. A long first quarter between these two teams. Back and forth. 41 total points. Pretty good math.
We should be mathematicians. Not really. Not really.
Stop right there.
I was kidding.
2nd and 9 here for Salem from midfield. Tucker back to pass. Steps up, throws one to the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete, right through the hands of his receiver. Justin Stevenson was the guy he was looking for. He was going to be close to a first down on that play, but it brings up 3rd and 9. This is where you want to put Salem if you're Gibson Southern defensively, Kyler. You want to put them in these 3rd and long situations.
I was just about to say that because they can't run the ball, and you know it's coming. It's a pass. It's a medium-type pass. And I know that they've given up some big plays here tonight, but I'm still going to take this no-fly zone all day long. I mean, they have been exceptional all year. And let's see if they can make a play right here.
9:55 left here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 9. Tucker back to pass. Feels the pressure, and Ben Luttrell got to him. A sack back at the 44-yard line. Ben Luttrell gets his 4th sack of the season, and on comes the Salem punt team.
And that is a massive play by Ben Luttrell. Because essentially, if you're thinking Gibson Southern's offense gets the football right back, and with the way that their offense has been rolling against this Salem defense, Salem just does not have an answer for this Gibson Southern offense so far.
Just a straight speed rush from Ben Luttrell off the right side. And he got to the quarterback for a sack. And here's the punt. And it's a short punt, a high punt. It's going to take a bounce, and it will be downed at the Gibson Southern 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Titans, leading this one at 28-13. And Kyler, a chance for the Titans to really extend this lead and add some comfort to that scoreboard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because here's the deal. I think if Gibson Southern's defense can get one more stop on top of Gibson Southern's offense on this drive right here, scoring, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Salem because now you're trying to play from behind instead of it being a shootout.
9:10 left here in the second quarter, 28-13. Gibson Southern, 1st and 10. The Titans from their own 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun, looks to his left to throw. Throws one over the middle. It's going to be caught by Hurlers at the 49-yard line. And they're going to say his knee was down when he caught the football. Still a catch, still a first down. Puts the ball at the Titan 49-yard line, so a 1st and 10, a 12-yard completion there from Allen to Hurlis. Allen moves a man in motion. That's DeLong. Back to pass here is Brady. Plenty of time. Lots of time. Deep ball down the middle of the field. He wants Isaac O'Neal, who goes up and makes the catch. At the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, Gibson Southern.
The biggest play Isaac O'Neal has made all season long right there. Brady put that thing on the money. And Gibson Southern's offense has the momentum.
Well, how about the offensive line? Brady had about 3 days to throw that one, and O'Neal used all of his 6'2" frame to go up and make that catch. Or Isaac, I should say, made that catch. So 1st and goal, ball at the 4-yard line. Hand off to Sean DeLong up the middle, down near the goal line. They call him down at the 1. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If I'm Coach Hart, I just QB sneak it. Your quarterback's 6'5". On the 1, I'd QB sneak it.
They mark the football at the 1-yard line. Because normally when you see that, power I formation, now they go with the offset I with Dickerson, the fullback, DeLong in the backfield, and they do go quarterback sneak. You call it again, Kyler. That's a Gibson Southern touchdown. A 1-yard quarterback sneak for Brady Allen.
Call me Tony Romo up here in the booth. My name is not Kyler, it's Tony now. No, but that drive was set up by a big-time play. Isaac O'Neal's been pretty quiet all season long, been kind of that lost kind of receiver, but, man, made a heck of a catch. Kind of mossed his defender, so to speak. Gibson Southern kind of starting to pull away from this one from the Salem Lions.
Just the 13th reception this season for Isaac O'Neal. And here's the PAT attempt for Chris Spear. That one is up, and that one is good. Chris 5 for 5 this evening with 8:04 left here in the second quarter. Gibson Southern leads 35-13. We'll step aside on your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called Direct Access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct Access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash.
8:04 left here in the second quarter of play. 35-13. Gibson Southern leads over Salem. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with you. The Titans capped off that drive with a 1-yard quarterback sneak for Brady Allen, but it was set up on the long pass play from Brady to Isaac O'Neal. The junior went up, made a spectacular catch, set up first and goal. So 35-13. It was 21-13, but two unanswered scores for Gibson Southern has put the momentum back on the right side, Kyler.
That was just I'm kind of going back to that catch by Isaac O'Neal, and that was spectacular. Spectacular. High point of the football, and Brady, he had all the time in the world. Give the massive credit to the Gibson Southern offensive line tonight.
Short kickoff, bobbled by Bowling. Ball is still loose, and then it's picked up on the return by Salem, then pushed back at near the 15-yard line. We'll see where they mark him in forward progress. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Salem. So really, you feel like it's a must-score drive here for the Lions with 7:57 left here to go in the first half.
On that kickoff, you want to know who made the tackle?
I'm going to guess Levi Dickerson.
You're correct.
When does he not make the tackle?
Exactly. He's done it about over 100 times this season.
Yeah, definitely over the 100 mark now. 35-13, Titans lead. 1st down and 10 for Salem at their own 19-yard line. Caleb Tucker, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Tucker takes a snap, hands it off to Howie up the middle, and Howie will plow forward for about 2 yards. Call it 3. Why not 4? 2nd and 6 coming up. Really one of the few positive runs we've seen from Howie tonight. And this Titan front 7 has just been stellar.
They have been stellar. I mean, Ben Luttrell getting a sack even on that big-time play. I mean, you needed to make that play to essentially try to pull away from Salem and really have Salem play from behind.
7:25 left here in the second quarter. Tucker in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Tucker, quick throw to the left side, going to be caught, and turning upfield now is Mahuron, but a penalty flag flies in. That's going to be a block in the back.
And that's a great call. I saw it. I think you saw it. That's a great call by the officials.
Yeah, it was number 2, Danny Bowling, who was trying to block Braden Malone and can't push him towards the opposing end zone, and that's going to hurt Salem big time. Back him up, I believe it's going to be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. And that's things, if you're Salem and you're in a game like this, you're playing the number 2 team in the state, you just can't make mistakes like that.
You can't. But at the same time, Gibson Southern has made some mistakes tonight, which is costing them a little bit. You know, special teams kind of giving up that long kickoff return leads to a big drive. Defense kind of struggling a little bit in the passing game, led to the 78-yard big play. Yeah. All 3 phases of the game have to be clicking to be perfect.
2nd down and 20 now for Salem. Tucker in the shotgun, back to pass. Throws to the left side, going to be caught by Bowling. He'll turn upfield and get about 9 yards there. We'll get it back towards the regular line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 11 here for the Lions. Tucker has looked accurate. You got to give the kid credit. He's made some nice throws.
He's put the ball where it's really needed to be. In big-time moments, too, especially on that 4th down conversion to Mahuron. That's a tough name to say, Mahuron.
He's made some nice plays. There's no doubt about that. The offensive line for Salem has had a rough time giving him that space. Or the time to pass it, I should say. 3rd and 11. Tucker, play action pass. Looks to his right, throws to his right. That's going to be caught. And right away, making the tackle was Logan Maurer for no gain. Called a loss of 3. Brings up 4th down and long. On comes the Salem punt team.
Logan Maurer is a name that we need to be saying a whole lot more. He's made some spectacular plays all season long, especially last week against Mount Vernon on a couple of big key running plays. He stuffed them and made a huge play in the passing game. Great play by Logan Maurer to set up the Salem punt.
So 4th down and 14 here for Salem, and the punter standing back at his own goal line. We saw one bad snap from Salem in a punt earlier in the ball game. And they get this punt away, nearly blocked by Barrett. And it will take a Titan bounce. And Malone picks it up right at the 45-yard line. And he's taken down at the 45 and then hit after the play. And Malone is down. There was a Lion player that came in there and hit Braden Malone while he was on the ground. And Malone is slow to get up. Now that was a little unnecessary.
Exactly.
Malone's going to walk off in his own power, but definitely a scary play. Titan fans are reasonably very unhappy about that. It's going to be 15 yards from the 45.
And also give credit to Gibson Southern's team on that play. They didn't go over there and they didn't cause a ruckus, start shoving, which as a player, I mean, that's exactly something that, you know, in the moment, these are your guys. I mean, these are your teammates. And just like you said, I mean, that's unnecessary. I mean, he was already down, and for him to come, especially helmet to helmet, I don't know. I just do not like that. Especially, I mean, you're talking about the safety of the players here.
Yeah.
And, you know, and if this was the opposite way, I would completely feel the same.
Yeah, Braden Malone frustrated as he went to the Titans sideline, now being checked out by the trainers.
Might be doing the concussion test.
For sure. I mean, that was a helmet-to-helmet hit. You know, Malone basically was tackled as he caught the punt at the 45, and he was down for a good half a second, if not a second long, and then a Lions player came in and just had some unnecessary head-to-head contact. And so it's going to be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Or is that? He's
out.
Yeah, they tossed him out of the game. So they call 2 personal fouls, which, you know, 2 personal fouls and you're out. So I couldn't tell what number it was that made the hit.
I couldn't tell either, but if it is a starter for the offense for Salem, that's
not
huge.
Not going to make things any easier. So he just got kicked out of the game. I'll tell you what, might be the first time I ever seen a high school player be kicked out.
I remember last year, it was me.
And the Salem fans are booing, and I really don't know how you can disagree with that. I'm
Exactly.
sorry, and I'm not being a homer or I'm just being. I mean, that's just not smart football.
Exactly.
And we're talking about player safety here.
I completely agree with you, Cole. And, you know, usually, I mean, we want to stay critical, free of the refs and this and that and the logistics of the game because obviously we're up in the booth and they're on the field. But at the same time, I mean, that's kind of a scary moment in the deal because any hit to the head, especially helmet to helmet, for any player safety, I mean, if this was Gibson Southern doing it to Salem as well, I would feel the same way. So for them to boo, not sure if I like that.
I mean, of course, you don't want one of your a starter or a top player to leave the game, but like I said, just a play that didn't need to be made. So with the 2 personal fouls, it's going to put the football all the way at the Salem 17-yard line. So at the end of the day, it's a 30-yard penalty, and the Salem player gets ejected.
And that's also huge as well because Braden Malone is Cole McKee's backup.
Yeah.
And if they don't have him, then who you're throwing in there? Peyton Rogers?
Yeah.
I believe it is Peyton Rogers, yes.
Peyton Rogers out there. Rogers offensively this year has got 2 passes for 16 yards, does have a reception touchdown.
And Braden Malone's also started on the defense.
Yep.
That's huge. That's a huge loss if Braden Malone can't go.
Still not sure who it was on the Salem side who made the hit. So 1st and 10 for the Titans at the 16-yard line, and the shotgun is Allen. Back to pass, looks to his left, throws far sideline. Intercepted. Picked off. And that is the first interception that Brady Allen has thrown all season. Justin Stevenson stepped in front of Rory Heltzley in one play. Salem gets the ball right back.
And Brady Malone is going back out there.
We love to see that, of course. Titan faithful, a nice round of applause for Braden Malone.
But yeah, I mean, what a play. And I was watching Roy Heltzley that whole time, and Brady didn't ever really make reads. He just threw it that one read. And man, I mean, you kind of have to look at your reads a little bit. If he's covered, you can't force it. And I think that's one that Brady's going to look back and think that he'll want that throw right back.
So 1st and 10 for Salem from their own 12-yard line now. Tucker in the shotgun. He's got two receivers to his right and one to his left. High snap, hands it off on the left side. Running with it is going to be number 5. That is going to be Devin Rivers, who gets driven backwards. Trying to go east and west, but nowhere to go. Levi Dickerson and company there on the tackle. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter of play.
I'm really curious because we haven't said Rivers' name all night, have we? For Salem?
No, we have not. I mean, he had that nice kickoff return.
But that may have been the player who was ejected.
Might have been Bowling.
He might be taking his spot.
4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Tucker in the shotgun, two receivers to his left. Play action pass here for Tucker. Steps up, throws one down the field. It's going to be incomplete. Off the hands of number 4, Grant Mahiron. The Salem fans now want a flag for a late hit. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
And I personally don't agree with that. He had dropped the ball, and whenever that happens, the receiver is live.
Yeah.
And the defender for Gibson Southern was making the play. But Tucker putting that ball right where he needed to.
That's twice now that he's made some nice throws, but his receivers haven't been able to catch the football. 3rd down and 9, ball at the Salem 13-yard line. Titan faithful getting loud here for a big 3rd down. Tucker in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks left, throws left, caught in the flat by Rivers, turning upfield. And Rivers will pick up significant yardage on that 3rd down, but still going to be about 4th and about 3. And I can imagine the Lions will punt this one away. And this far in their own territory, I think you have to.
They might be going for it.
And they are going to go for it. Tucker will stay on the field. You either punt this one away or you line up and try to get Gibson something to jump offside. Which I imagine is probably what they'll do here. Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. 35-13, Titans lead. 4th and 2 here for the Salem offense from their own 21-yard line. Tucker in the shotgun.
Got to watch a short pass here.
They're not going to snap this ball at all. They're going to punt it. They'll call a timeout with 3:38 to go here in the first half. With Gibson Southern leading 35-13. We'll step aside as well here in your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
3:38 left here in the first half. Gibson Southern leading Salem 35-13. Here in the sectional 32 semifinal. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. 4th down and 2 here for Salem, and they now bring out the punt team. Braden Malone back at his own 45-yard line. Low snap and a bad snap, going to roll all the way to the end zone, and it's not picked up yet. Now it's picked up by the Salem punter, and he runs out to the 2-yard line where Levi Dickerson flattens him. It's going to be 1st and goal for Gibson Southern from the 2-yard line.
Smart play by the Salem defender to get out of the end zone, but at the same time, Gibson Southern's offense gets the ball on the 2-yard line.
Number 26 is the Salem punter, and go figure, there's not a 26 on their roster. But it was the second bad snap we've seen from Salem tonight on a punt. And it rolled into the end zone, but he picked it up and ran it out of the end zone. So now it's 1st and goal. They mark the football at the 4-yard line. And the shotgun is Allen. Moves Malone in motion. Allen back to pass. Rolls out to his right, trying to find the end zone, and he is down at the 1-yard line. So Allen kept it on the quarterback run there and taken down just at the 1.
Man, they're really running the ball a lot with Brady Allen tonight. Ugh.
They go back under center here on 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Allen with a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown Gibson Southern. The 2nd quarterback sneak for Brady Allen tonight. And it makes it 41-13 with 3 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter.
I'm fixing to get busy. I'll have to get back with you in a minute.
And so Chris Spear out to attempt the extra point.
It is great to see, though, Braden Malone back out there because in the moment that was scary, but great to see Braden Malone back out there and playing a lot of snaps.
So Chris Spear, who's 5 for 5 on the night with extra points, and make it 6 for 6. 42-3, Titans lead, or 42-13, I should say. Titans lead with 3 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll step aside on your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome. Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Hello, sports fans. At United Fidelity Bank, we make it easy to bank with us. Our in-person friendly service provides peace of mind and worry-free banking. We offer checking and savings accounts with no hoops and no hassles and provide you the ability to bank anytime with our easy-to-use online banking platform. Our mobile app allows you access to your accounts on the go, and you can skip the trip to the bank with our mobile deposit. Plus, our business banking products are tailored to help your business grow. We invite you to come see the difference at United Fidelity Bank.
If you've ever considered a career in broadcasting or digital media, now is the time to be a warrior. Enroll at Wabash Valley College. Our TV channel was named the nation's best in 2020, and you already know 89.1 The Bash is the best alternative rock station in the region. We offer more real-world hands-on experience while working with the latest equipment and technology. Our graduates are getting jobs or moving on to four-year universities. It's time to be a warrior. Call 618-262-8641 today. This message, a public service of Fort Branch Community Pride. Sinister Cellar presents Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, Friday and Saturday, October 29th and 30th from 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park at 507 East Vine Street in Fort Branch. A no-scare option for younger kids from 6 to 7 both nights. That's Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, October 29th and 30th, 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park, if you dare.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89.1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called Direct Access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct Access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash.
Underwriting support for Titan football from R's Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At R's, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. R's Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
I think what makes Wabash better than any other college is that it's a small, close-knit community, and it offers a lot of different classes with a lot of different teachers.
What makes it better is the hands-on training. Teachers really want you to succeed.
It's such a different kind of community than what a big college would be. I can go and walk down the hall and I know like 7 different people, and so I think it's just the sense of community that you get.
Funding provided in whole by the Governor's Education Emergency Relief Fund through the Illinois Community College Board.
Apologize for some technical issues. Going to be 4th down and 11 here for Salem after a 3 and out. 42-13, Titans lead. 2:01 to go here in the second quarter. High snap once again, but this one's going to be punted away. It's a high, short punt, and we'll take a Titan bounce rolling back towards their own 30-yard line. It'll be down at the Salem 31. So 1st and 10, Gibson Southern.
I'd say if Gibson Southern gets one more good, positive offensive drive that leads to points, Salem, and I know that they're already in big trouble with the big margin lead, but, man, they're really going to be in even more trouble.
Well, 21 unanswered points for Gibson Southern.
Which also, give credit to the defense, by the way, buckling down.
42-13, Titans lead. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Allen back to pass. Wants to throw over the middle. Caught by DeLong, but he's met right away. And then is brought down at the 26-yard line. Try to get some scores for you here coming up at the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey halftime show. 90 seconds left here in the second quarter. Allen rolls out to his right here on second down. Throws on the near sideline. Caught by Malone, and he's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. That'll be enough for a Titan first down.
So if you want to look ahead here, the second quarter, Heritage Hills 22, Boise 6.
Wow. That was an interesting game. Of course, Heritage Hills 8-2, Boise 3-7, but they play in 2 different conferences. That was an interesting game to keep your eye on, but a big lead for Heritage Hills. 1st and 10, Allen back to pass, throws one wide open for a touchdown is Rory Heltzley. He had nobody within 20 yards of him. Make it 48-13, 27 unanswered points for Gibson Southern with the PAT to come.
Really, after Gibson Southern's defense got punched in the mouth on that long pass, they said, not anymore, Salem Lions. And they have came to play ever since that big play happened.
3 touchdowns here in the first half for Rory Heltzley. And so Chris Spear to attempt the extra point. And the snap, hold is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. And so with 1:22 left here in the first half, the score is Gibson Southern. Should be 49-13, right? Yeah, 49-13. Scoreboard still says 43-13. So 49-13, and we'll take this time to try to find some scores from around the area. If you're keeping your eye over on the Illinois side, my alma mater, Carmine White County, leading Breeze Mater Day 8-7 in the first half. Go Bulldogs. Also some Indiana scores. Evansville North and Bloomington North are tied at 14 at halftime. Vincent's Lincoln leads Edgewood in the third quarter 10-0. North Posey leading North Knox 21-6 at halftime. Halftime Mater Dei leads Linton 28-19, so Linton has not lost yet this year. Mater Dei has had a great season there in 2A. Northview leads Wright at halftime 28-14. Of course, Northview beat Jasper by that same score just last week. How about a score update quickly from Mater Dei? It's now 21-8 Mater Dei in front. Breeze Mater Dei, that is, over in Illinois. Squib kick here for Chris Spear. Picked at the 20-yard line here for Salem. It's going to be Bowling the ball carrier, and Bowling has nowhere to go. Did a lot of dancing there instead of running. And he'll be brought down at the 17-yard line. 49-13, Titans lead with 1:15 to go here in the first half.
How about this score here? At half, Evansville North 14, Bloomington North 14. Oh, you did just say that? I did it again. My goodness, I'm over here trying to find some scores. Man. At least that's a good thing.
At least you're on top of it. I appreciate that. And Salem is going to call a time. Oh, no, it's going to be an official's timeout here. 1:15 to go in the first half.
My goodness.
So 1st and 10 for Salem from their own 23-yard line. Tucker in the shotgun. Takes a snap, back to pass, throws left side, incomplete. About 5 feet over the head of Mihurin, the intended receiver. And it brings up second down. Kind of surprised that Salem just isn't sitting on this one and just taking their 49-13 halftime deficit.
Completely agree with you, Cole.
I promise one of these nights, Kyler, we're going to have a close game.
I thought we were there in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I also thought that way last week in the first quarter.
It was a fun first quarter while it lasted.
I don't know, man. I got a little on the edge of my seat there after that 78-yard bomb.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10 here for the Lions. Tucker, the quarterback, will run to the right side. They run the option here. It's Bowling with the football. Bowling will bowl his way across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Clock running down to a minute to go here in the first half. So 3rd and 7. Yeah, I'm Gibson Southern. If you got a timeout left, why not try to get the ball back and get one more score for halftime? Titans will get the ball to start the third quarter of play. 49-13 your score. Tucker in the shotgun here on 3rd and 7. Play clock down to 8. Tucker takes a snap, hands it off to Lade, hand off on the right side. That is Howie, and he's got nowhere to go. Going to be 4th down. And no timeout taken by Nick Hart. That's going to wrap up this first half. It was a nail-biting first quarter, but it was all Gibson Southern in the second quarter. And at halftime, your score, Titans 49, Salem 13. We'll step aside and have some halftime scores and hopefully some stats for you as a big halftime lead for Gibson Southern here in the sectional semifinal. We'll step aside on your home for Titan football, 89-1, the Bash.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89-1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans. This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called Direct Access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct Access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash. Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
Underwriting support for Titan football from R's Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At R's, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. R's Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
I think what makes Wabash better than any other college is that it's a small, close-knit community, and it offers a lot of different classes with a lot of different teachers.
What makes it better is the hands-on training. Teachers really want you to succeed.
It's such a different kind of community than what a big college would be. I can go and walk down the hall and I know like 7 different people, and so I think it's just the sense of community that you get.
Funding provided in whole by the Governor's Education Emergency Relief Fund through the Illinois Community College Board.
Mic up.
Welcome to the Edward Jones Representative District Halftime Show. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon as Gibson Southern all over Salem, especially there in the second quarter. But in the first half, at halftime, your score, Gibson Southern 49, Salem 13. You mentioned it, Kyler. There in the first quarter, things looked interesting. Salem got a couple of big pass plays, including a 78-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Tucker to Trevon Smedley, made things 21-13 late in the first. You're thinking, you got a ball game, but how about 28 unanswered for Gibson Southern to end the first half?
I think the tale tonight has certainly been two things. Certainly, Gibson Southern's offense is incredible. As much as we talk about the defense, that offense is just as incredible. But also on the flip side, how about Gibson Southern's defense tonight? I know we talk about them a lot, but man, they were struggled. I mean, they were kind of struggling on that second and third drive for Salem, but they buckled down and they are playing like the Gibson Southern defense, just like what we known for all season long.
A little scoring summary for you. Early on for Gibson Southern, their first 2 drives were 2 touchdowns. A 7-yard run by Adrian Lutman and a 6-yard pass from Brady Allen to Rory Heltzley made things 14-0. Lions got a good kickoff return to midfield, and they put together a 50-yard drive that resulted in a Mason Gilstrap 1-yard touchdown to make it 14-7. Brady Allen would connect with Rory Heltzley one more time for an 11-yard touchdown to make it 21-7. On the very next play, it was Caleb Tucker connecting with Trevon Smedley for a 78-yard catch and run that made things 21-13, and then 4 straight touchdowns for Gibson Southern, a 73-yard run by Sean DeLong, 2 quarterback sneaks for Brady Allen, both from a yard out, and a 17-yard pass from Brady Allen to Rory Heltzley. And that last touchdown, Rory had nobody within 30 yards of him. And once again, Gibson Southern leads 49-13 at halftime. This is the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey Halftime Show. Other scores from around the area in the sectional play. In the 3A sectional 30 semifinals, it's Vincent's Lincoln leading Edgewood 14-0 in the third quarter. Also, North Central leads Tecumseh in the 1A sectional 48 semis at halftime 12-8. In the second quarter, Heritage Hills is leading Bosse 29-6. So if things stand where they are right now, it will be a Titans-Patriots sectional championship here next Friday. Other scores, nothing's really changed from the last time we talked, and really this is the first week in a long time there's not 40 different teams playing, and only a certain amount of teams still in it at this point. But really an impressive offensive first half. Got some stats. This is courtesy of Chad Linskog from the Courier and Press, posting these on Twitter. There in the first half, Brady Allen 14 for 19, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Rushing stats, Sean DeLong, 4 carries for 91 yards and a touchdown run. Brady Allen, 4 carries for 18 yards and 2 scores. Adrian Lukeman had 1 carry for 7 yards and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Rory Heltzley, 5 catches for 63 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sean DeLong, 4 catches, 54 yards. Isaac O'Neal had that 1 big catch, a 48-yarder. Caden Hurlis, 2 grabs for 15 yards. And Braden Malone, 2 catches for 13 yards. Once again, halftime score, Gibson Southern 49-13. This is the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey halftime show. We'll step aside here on your home for Titan football, 89-1, The Bash.
I think what makes Wabash better than any other college is that it's a small, close-knit community, and it offers a lot of different classes with a lot of different teachers.
What makes it better is the hands-on training. Teachers really want you to succeed.
It's such a different kind of community than what a big college would be. I can go and walk down the hall and I know like 7 different people. And so I think it's just the sense of community that you get.
Funding provided in whole by the Governor's Education Emergency Relief Fund through the Illinois Community College Board.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ours Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ours, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ours Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome. This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called Direct Access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct Access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash. Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89.1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back here at the Jewel, Gibson Southern leading Salem 49-13 at the break. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with you. Big thanks to Gordy Limp back at the Bash studio. And if you're just joining us, it was a 21-13 game late in the first quarter. And Gibson Southern went on to score 28 unanswered to give us this 49-13 lead. Heritage Hills is up big over Bossy right now, so Kyler, we can jump ahead. We're broadcasting a 28-point halftime lead. We can jump ahead, or excuse me, a 36-point halftime lead. We can jump ahead, but it's looked like it's going to be a Heritage Hills Gibson Southern Sectional Championship next Friday.
Also here at Jack Jewell Memorial Field in Fort Branch, Indiana. On top of that, by the way, home
zip code, address, going to put all that in there too?
Might as well.
P.O. Box?
We'll have that for you next week. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited. Like I said, I got a little skeptical early on in this game real quick, especially in the first quarter after that long touchdown pass. I'm thinking, oh boy, buckle your seatbelts. We got a ball game for you. But after a while, Gibson Southern just pulled away, and that's what we've seen all year long. But at the same time, if you look at next week for Heritage Hills, they don't pass. And when they do, it is very, very seldom.
And they've played some really good football. I mean, Heritage Hills, they're 8-2 right now. They're only 2 losses this year. Have been to Gibson Southern and Mount Vernon. They've lost to Mount Vernon back in week 1 by 7 points. And I told you earlier today, I think if Heritage Hills and Mount Vernon played again at the end of the season, I think Heritage Hills will win that football game.
I completely agree, because at the same time, I thought, and that's kind of like a what-if matchup, but I thought Mount Vernon especially, I thought that they did a very good job against Gibson Southern's run, and I mean that's the running team of Heritage Hills. But I mean, I guess we could play the what if game, but that's here nor there. But yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at Gibson Southern, potentially Gibson Southern versus Heritage Hills next week for the Sectional Championship, played them once, but just like what we alluded to with Mount Vernon, this team could come out a completely different ball club. And so you always have to stay ready. You have to take one week at a time, because if you kind of let up and try to ease the gas, just like what you did in the first quarter, this team could put up some points on you very quick in a hurry.
This is the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey halftime show. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon, 49-13. Titans lead as both teams are making their way back out onto the field. Well, Kyler, I feel like, you know, those 2 touchdowns that Salem scored, that 78-yard pass, ideally, you know, that's a play that you know, the Titans should have picked off.
I agree.
But I really think if you're Nick Hart and the Titans at halftime, you're overall pretty pleased with how you played that first half.
Yeah, other than that first quarter, I mean, you really haven't seen any penalties, right, from Gibson Southern. I'm not sure we've seen any penalties from Gibson Southern. Maybe one in that false start.
Had one false start.
But, I mean, other than that, no turnovers either. Or excuse me, Brady had that interception. Forgot about that. But other than that, turnover by Brady and very, very few turnovers, I think that they've done a pretty good job so far.
You got to give credit to Salem. I mean, they were right there in it, and we talked about they could not rely on their offense. They could not be really one-dimensional against this Titans defense, just because this Titan run defense is tremendous. I mean, it's so hard to run the football against that front 7. You got some big guys up front that clog up the holes, and guys like Levi Dickerson and Adrian Lukeman that make the tackle up the middle. I mean, this Titan defense, if everyone can stay healthy. Talk about the offense all you want. Brady Allen, Rory Helsley, enter name here. How about the offense all you want? But this defense is what makes this team the number 2 team in the state.
And also, too, I'm going to give Gibson Southern's defense just kind of the lack kind of the benefit of the doubt, so to speak, because I guarantee you that they were kind of prepping for the run game a little bit. I mean, they obviously were, because that first drive, Salem did nothing with the football. I mean, nothing, and they ran the ball the whole entire time. But once they started passing, and Salem kind of got things rolling, I mean, this was a whole different ball game really quick in a hurry, and Gibson Southern's defense had to adjust on the fly, which as a player is so tough to do, because now whenever you're on the field, you're kind of on your heels just a teeny tad bit, and you kind of get off your guard. But once they kind of settled down and got used to the pass by Salem and kind of the more balanced Salem offense approach, Gibson Southern really pulled away from the Salem Lion team.
Well, and you just talk about dominance. You know, this Titan defense, I can't recall a time, if you take away the South Warren game, I can't recall a time all season long where teams have ran the ball for positive yards. I mean, I've not seen a time this year where a team has busted off a 20-yard run or a 30-yard run. I mean, they might get 5 or 6 yards here, but this front 7 has just been incredible.
I guess the only one that I'm thinking off the top of my head, which you can take this for what you will, but that one against Princeton, I kind of remember that a little bit, that maybe 15, 20-yard run, but that was it.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, I can't recall, or even just a big play in general on this defense. And really, like I said, I believe it was Noah Bryant and Drew Foster in coverage. They really just collided into each other, and Trayvon Smedley just came up with the football magically, and he was able to walk in, no problem, for the score. But other than that, this Gibson Southern defense has been exceptional, and I know we talk about them a whole lot, But, I mean, they need to be talked about. They need to be talked about because in times where Gibson Southern's offense has really struggled, they've been the star of the show and kind of picked up the offense whenever it's really struggling. And then over time, because the defense picked up the offense so many times, the offense was able to kind of get going. Once they got going, that was your ball game.
Trying to find some other scores in the area. Like I said, not as many games going on this week, of course, with the sectional semifinals. A lot of teams had their seasons come to an end last week. I do know that the score in Edgewood is Vincent's Lincoln leading that one 21-0. That's the sectional 3A, sectional 30 semifinals there in 3A. So, like I said, the only score that really matters to us right now is that Heritage Hills Bosse score. And last I checked, about 15 minutes ago, Heritage Hills led 29-6 there in the second quarter. So, as we said, things are setting up for a Patriots and Titans sectional championship here next Friday, if things go in the same direction they've been going in the first half for both games. Once again, this has been the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey halftime show here at the Jewel. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. Big thanks to Gordy Limp, who's back at the studio tonight, been with us all season long. And we are just about ready for the third quarter. Titans will get the ball to start the second half, and I think we might first team off. I think we'll see first team offense here. They're still out there getting loose. I'd say probably one more score. You'll probably see the second team offense out there.
I think you need to as well. I mean, as you get deeper in the postseason, I don't think that and I could be completely wrong, but I don't think that you will see a time where Gibson Southern's offense is off the field by halftime.
Yeah.
Or first team offense.
Yeah. Only it's going to happen. I mean, these guys will get some rest later in the second half, but maybe for the last time this year. And that's not a bad thing. Enjoy it while you can. Titans have Michael Herron and Mason Scheller deep to return the kickoff. They're going to be going right to left here in the third quarter of play. 49-13. Gibson Southern with the lead. Here's a pooch kick fielded at the 23-yard line by Adrian Lukeman. Stumbled by Adrian, but he goes to the near sideline trying to break this one away, and then he's going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern. Starting offense back out there on the field, and we'll see what they want to do offensively here for the rest of what probably will be their final drive of the night. Running clock is on, by the way.
We've had a running clock every single game.
Talking to our board op, Gordy Limp, earlier in the day. That's got to be some kind of record, he says. So Allen in the shotgun here on 1st down and 10. Takes a snap, hands it off to Adrian Lukeman up the gut. Lukeman makes a couple of tackles and then gets brought down at the Titan 40-yard line. Got about 5 yards there. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Interesting that we're seeing Adrian Lukeman getting the carries over Sean DeLong here.
Well, and the thing of it is we mentioned the injury to Braden Malone. Even though he did come back out there, I see Sean DeLong right now in the slot. So I think that possibly one of those things. Also Peyton Rogers in there. So, we know Sean's got the receiving abilities. And that's something the Titans really could do in the future. Why not put DeLong out there at receiver? Because we know he can do it. And let Adrian get some snaps as Lukeman gets the carry again here on 2nd down and breaks one away across midfield and then gets tripped up at the 45-yard line of Salem. That's a Titan 1st down.
How many extra points has Chris Spear had tonight?
He is 7.
7?
7 for 7.
What a stud.
He's only missed 5 all year. Yeah, so he is 60 for 65 on the season.
Incredible.
A little bit of a bad snap here for Brady, but he throws to the near sideline, and that is going to be caught by DeLong up at the 40-yard line. Yeah, he's 60 for 65, but I think 2 of the kicks that he missed was in that game against Boonville here a couple weeks ago in the pouring down rain. So I don't really count those. But, yeah, Chris Spear, and it's one of those overlooked things in football. When you have a kicker that you can count to get your PATs, when you get to these close games here in the next couple of weeks, it's going to make a big difference. DeLong the handoff on the right side, cuts back to the left side now across the 20-yard line, or the 35-yard line. 35-yard line, I should say. Been a long day. Be third down, about a yard for Gibson Southern at the Salem 35. Titans back to the line of scrimmage here. Ben Luttrell now in as a wing back on the right side. Lutman behind Allen in the shotgun. Third and a yard. Lutman gets the carry up the middle. Breaks one tackle. Lutman plowing forward. And he's got enough for a Titan first down. Move the chains again.
Gibson Southern's offense just running the ball. That's all they've done this drive, and I think that's all that you need to do. Keep the clock rolling.
Puts the football at the Salem 36 or the 34-yard line. First down and 10. Titans lead 49-13. 8.5 to play here in the third quarter. Hand off to Sean DeLong. Lots of running room for DeLong across the 20-yard line, and he's pushed out of bounds at around the 15. But I believe there is a penalty flag back at around the 25.
I see it over there.
And that is going to be a hold against the Lions. Is that right?
I think so. That's something you usually don't see.
Yeah.
Usually if it's a hold.
Normally, when it's a defensive hold on a running play, normally, your offensive linemen try to go to the second level, block a linebacker, and your defensive line will hold him to prevent that. But it's a hold against Salem. The Titans will decline it, because why not? Gives the rushing yards to Sean DeLong. What a great night for DeLong. He's well over 100 yards now after that long. He had a 73-yard run there in the first half.
He needed this too.
Yeah. Allen in the shotgun on first down and 10. Hand off to Lutman. Jukes to the left side. He'll be spun down at around the 13-yard line. Sean has dealt with a couple of nagging injuries here and there. I know he was dealing with an ankle injury earlier in the year. But as a sophomore, Titans have relied on him a lot in this offense. And just knowing that you're going to have at least 2 more years of that is definitely be relieving as a coach. Allen back to pass here on second down. Looks left, throws one to the back left corner of the end zone. It's about 6 feet too high for Caden Hurlis. Brings up third down at about 6.
Really, really, really interesting to see that Adrian Lukman has been in on pretty much this whole offensive drive for Gibson Southern, when usually whenever the first team offense is rolling, we really don't see him a whole lot running the ball. Obviously, he's on defense as well. I think it's pretty interesting, though, getting him some game reps.
Yeah, they're mixing some things up personnel-wise on this drive. Allen, delayed handoff to the long left side, and Sean will be spun down at the 9-yard line. He'll be close to a first down. And Kyler, one guy who has not been on the field during this Titan drive is Rory Heltzley.
Very good call.
Rory is standing on the Titan sideline. And on fourth down and 2, Titans will bring out the field goal team.
That's interesting. Guessing to use up time?
Yeah, I mean, you're already down to 6 minutes left here in the quarter.
They didn't use Rory.
You're up by 36 points. I mean, I think you can.
Oh, true.
Not going to be a game-deciding decision.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
So Chris Spear to attempt a 27-yard field goal off the crossbar and will bounce out no good. So the Salem defense, I guess you could say, got the stop. And be first and 10 for the Lions here with 5.5 to go in the third quarter of play. Yeah, the Titans are just kind of mixing things around personnel-wise. They were offensively, and they are here defensively as well. You see some, kind of a mix of that first and second team offense and first and second team defense here. You got a couple of second team guys out there and some starters out there as well.
Another thing of note, Levi Dickerson also ain't out there as well.
Yeah, he's out. But Adrian Lukman is out there. You got your defensive backs are out there. Mason Scheller, he's on the far sideline. First and 10 for Salem. Handoff up the middle. This is going to be number 5, the runner. That's Rivers with it. And Rivers will lose about 2 or 3 yards there. Second and long coming up.
Looks like, I believe that's Tanner Boyd warming up now.
Yep, I was getting ready to mention that. So that's probably the end of the night for the Titan first team offense. Get them ready for rematch with possibly Heritage Hills here at the Jewel next week. Titans beat Heritage Hills 42-3 back on September 24th. Tucker in the shotgun on 2nd down 11. Back to pass. Steps up. Throws a deep ball. Left sideline. Incomplete. He was looking for Braden Cummings there on that play. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Seems like that Brady Allen interception kind of got forgotten with how this game is going. But that's really, first interception whole season.
Yeah, week 11. We're in week 11, and just the first pick he's thrown all year. Well, now you can say that Coach Hart didn't tell you that you jinxed it. You can say that.
I'm glad he didn't.
3rd down
he
11.
Let me have it.
3rd down 11 here for Salem. Tucker back to pass. He wants to take off, and he will take off, and regretted that decision, I can tell you that. Got about 2 yards, if that. 4th down and long. On comes the Salem punt team again.
Give credit to the defensive backfield for Gibson Southern. Tucker had nowhere to throw that football. Had to take off with it. Adrian Lukeman was the first one to meet him. Gibson Southern's first and kind of a mix of Fergus and second team defense gets to stop.
You almost think this, this kind of mix of personnel here for Gibson Southern is here's the 4th down punt for Salem. Malachi Lee punts this one away, and a good punt. It will take a Salem bounce out of bounds at the Titan 39-yard line. So with this kind of mix of personnel, you almost wonder if Nick Hart was thinking, well, we just saw Braden Malone have a possibly scary injury earlier in the game. He's going to be okay, though. But you see a starter go down, and you kind of wonder, you want to get some of these guys some reps in case something like that happens here in a couple of weeks.
And also, too, you mentioned it, Sean DeLong has kind of had a nagging injury every once in a while. Give Adrian Lukeman some running, some game reps, just in case if his ankle flares up during the game, you kind of have some game reps under your belt.
Tanner Boyd, the quarterback keeper here on 1st down, takes it across the 45-yard line. They're going to call him down right at the Titan 45. Got about 6 yards there. 2nd down and 4 coming up. So we see the second team Titans offense out there, and they've done pretty darn good this year when they've had the chance, especially Devin Roberts, Michael Herron, Tanner Boyd as well. The quarterback has done pretty well when they've had the chance to. And really, next year, if you're looking at it, you're going to have a combination of Boyd at quarterback. You're going to bring back Sean DeLong and bring back this guy, Devin Roberts, who bounces this one outside into Salem territory, and Devin Roberts all the way to the 36-yard line. I'll tell you what, Kyler, that kid is impressive.
He's impressive. And the fact that I'm shocked a little bit. I know I'm not Coach Hart, but I'm shocked a little bit. He's not even in a little bit of first-team reps here and there.
Yeah.
I think he's flashed whenever he's had the chances to make some plays. I think he's really just flashed. And I'm kind of shocked that he's not in a little bit of the first-team reps here and there.
There's no question, though, him being a senior next year, he will be a big part of this Titan offense. Gets the call again here. It's Devin Roberts up to the 31-yard line of Salem. 1:15 to go here in the third quarter already. Once again, running clock here in the second half. 49-13, Gibson Southern in front. Down to under a minute now here in the third quarter. Tanner Boyd, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. Roberts to his left in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Boyd keeps it up the middle, and Tanner Boyd will get about 3 yards there on 2nd and 4. Makes it 3rd and 1 here for Gibson Southern. Final 35 seconds here in the third quarter.
How about this score? Third quarter, Evansville Reitz 28, Northview 28.
Wow.
That is crazy.
3rd down and 1. Boyd fumbled the snap and picks it back up, and he is going to be hit short of the first down marker. He'll bring up 4th down, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, Gibson Southern with a big advantage over Salem here in the sectional semifinal They're just 12 minutes away from a trip to the sectional championship here at home next Friday. We'll step aside to your home for Titan football. 89-1 The Bash and BashRadio.com.
This message a public service of Fort Branch Community Pride. Sinister Cellar presents Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, Friday and Saturday, October 29th and 30th from 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park at 507 East Vine Street in Fort Branch. A no-scare option for younger kids from 6 to 7 both nights. That's Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, October 29th and 30th, 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park, if you dare.
Mike up.
Back here at the Jewel, we start the fourth quarter of action. Gibson Southern leads Salem 49-13 here in the sectional 32 semifinal. Titans are just 12 minutes away from going to their first sectional championship since 2018. That was Brady Allen's freshman season. All these seniors, it was their freshman season. So Titans' second-team offense stays out there on 4th down and 3. Tanner Boyd, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side. Devin Roberts behind in the backfield. Fakes the snap, tries to get the Lions to go offside. They don't. Gets the audible from the sideline. Roberts. Boyd, the snap, rolls out to his right, wants a throw, throws one near sideline. It's going to be caught. Michael Herron with the catch, turning upfield, and is taken down out of bounds at the Salem 21-yard line. Tanner Boyd now 4 for 4 passing this season at varsity level. Michael Herron with the catch there for a first down. 3rd catch of the year for Michael Herron. That's somebody else, Kyler, who's coming back next year. Herron only a sophomore. He's got some speed. And if you look at it, you've got Herron, you've got Roberts, you've got DeLong, all 3 guys who are going to be very involved in this Titans offense next year. Herron, the handoff left side, and he's got nowhere to go that time. Loss of about 4. Second down and long coming up.
Yeah, at the half, Heritage Hills leads Evansville Bossy 29-12. So it is shaping up for a Gibson Southern Heritage Hills sectional championship next Friday night.
You say 29-12?
Yes.
Yeah, still lots of game left in that one.
It is.
2nd and 13. Boyd in the shotgun. Hands it off to Roberts up the middle, and Roberts will be brought down after a gain of about 2. We'll bring up 3rd down and about an 11 here for Gibson Southern. 10:40 left to play here in the ball game. Titans lead this one 49-13. Any more scores, Kyler, from around the area?
That's what I'm trying to find at the moment. 3rd quarter, Evansville North 14, Bloomington North 20.
Those 2 met in the sectional last year. Boyd to pass here on 3rd and 11. Tanner rolls out to his left, now throws one to the end zone. Got a man there. It is incomplete. Through the arms of his intended receiver. That was
Zach Butler, I believe.
Can't tell the number from this far. I'm blind. But Zach Butler, indeed the intended receiver, brings up 4th and 11 here for Gibson Southern. Under 10 minutes to go in this ball game. So Salem, they're going to end their season at 6-3. Still a great season for the Lions.
I'm going to give Boyd credit. He put that ball right where Zach Butler could only get it.
On the run. 4th down, 11. Boyd back to pass here again. Throws one now to the near end zone. That is caught for a Gibson Southern touchdown. Michael Herron. What a catch.
What a catch. What a throw from Boyd to Michael Herron. Could be something you see next year for the varsity level.
You're exactly right.
But that was a impressive throw by Tanner Boyd.
Really almost like a back shoulder throw there from Boyd. Tell you what, Titans, you can talk about the senior heavy team this is, but they're going to be in good hands next year.
I believe I got some stats for you for this game, and I believe this was at half. So take it for what you want. But Brady Allen, 14 for 19, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just that 1 pick.
Extra point is up and good, so Titans lead 55-13 with 8:54 to play here in the ball game. We'll step aside on your home for Gibson Southern football. 89-1 The Bash and BashRadio.com.
This message a public service of Fort Branch Community Pride. Sinister Cellar presents Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, Friday and Saturday, October 29th and 30th from 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park at 507 East Vine Street in Fort Branch. A no-scare option for younger kids from 6 to 7 both nights. That's Butcher of the Branch Haunted House, October 29th and 30th, 6 to 11 p.m. at Fort Branch Park, if you dare.
9 minutes to go on this ball game. Gibson Southern leads 56-13 here over Salem. A lot of good games going on in the area tonight. In the sectional semifinal round, North Posey leading over North Knox 27-12 in the 2A sectionals. Wilmington North with a 13-point lead over Evansville North 27-14 in the 5A sectional. Memorial leads Central only 14-0 at halftime. That's a little surprising. Central has had a rare down season. 2-7 the Bears are. Memorial are now 8-2 after a win last week over Harrison. Northview leads Evansville Rights 35-28 in the third quarter. And it's pretty much everything that we've been keeping track of tonight. Let's see, Game 3 of the World Series going on right now. It's Atlanta leading in the bottom of the third, 1-0. Who you got winning that series, Kyler?
Go Braves.
Yeah?
For obvious reasons.
Kickoff, fielded from the 15-yard line here for Salem, and Bowling will run it across the 35, just shy of the 40. My brother-in-law is a huge Braves fan, and so it's only appropriate that when the Cardinals are done, I usually root for the Braves, so hoping they can pull off this World Series.
Can I believe we're talking about baseball on a football broadcast?
Well, when it's 56-13, you can talk about a lot of things.
Can we talk about the Eagles?
I don't think anybody wants to talk about the Eagles. 1st and 10 for Salem at their own 38-yard line. First team offense for the Lions. Still out there, 8 minutes to go. Tucker hands it off on a jet sweep. This is going to be Smedley, the ball carrier. He'll get it across the 40-yard line, just shy of the 45. So if you're Salem, this is probably your last drive of the season. Definitely just want to get something positive to take in the next year.
Exactly.
That's kind of how you're looking at it.
Exactly. And I think Caleb Tucker, he's 6'1". He's only a junior. He has been tremendous.
Yep.
He really has been. I mean, and we haven't seen much of Salem this whole year, but tonight, I mean, he was really, really impressive. Made the big time throws whenever Salem needed him to. He was very, very impressive tonight. Actually, this whole Salem team was very, very impressive, and the record doesn't show how great this team is.
Tucker to pass here on 2nd and 5. Throws a deep ball near sideline, a wobbler. Both the receiver and the defender fall down. That hits the turf for the 30-yard line, so it's incomplete. 3rd down and 5 here for the Lions offense. 7 minutes to go in this one. So the Titans will advance to the Sectional Championship for the first time since 2018 next Friday. And Heritage Hills at half had a 17-point lead over Bosse. Still time in that game, though. Could go either way. But I can imagine it'll be a Patriots-Titans Sectional Championship next week. 3rd and 5, Tucker back to pass, throws over the middle. It's going to be caught for a first down. That is McHuron with the catch up across the 45 to the 40-yard line. I'll move the chains for the Lions. (56-13), Gibson Southern in front. They've played 11 games now this year. All 11 have had running clock. 10 of those in favor of Gibson Southern. Handoff to Howie up the gut. His best run of the night by far gets up to around the 30-yard line. Porter Howie in his final game of his high school football career gets to the 30-yard line of Gibson Southern. Will be a first down for Salem. Titan faithful trying to stay alive in this one. First down and 10 for Salem at the 30-yard line. Tucker hands it off up the middle. That's going to be a short gain there, or if that. Can't tell where the ball carrier was. That was Rivers, the ball carrier. So, Connor, I'm still not sure who the player was that got removed from the game earlier in the game on that hit on Braden Malone, because we thought it was Danny Bowling at first. Well, he's still in there.
I'm not sure either. I mean, that whole play happened so fast.
I couldn't tell a number. Really, that turned the game around, it seems like. Tucker, a pump fake and a deep ball to the end zone. Got a man there, and it's incomplete. Just overthrew Mahiran, his intended receiver. It brings up 3rd down and 10. Tell you what, Tucker being a junior, 6'1", you know, a lot of his guys around him are seniors. This is a Salem team that's very senior heavy, much like Gibson Southern. I mean, on your offensive line, you've got 2 seniors. Your fullback's a senior. Your 2 running backs are seniors. Your 2 main receivers are seniors. Devin Rivers, he's a senior. So, Salem, you're losing a lot on the offensive side, but this Tucker kid, he's got good potential. 3rd down and 10. Tucker to throw again over the middle. That's going to be caught for a Salem first down. The 6-yard line. That was Muhurin with the catch. Be first down and goal. Lions trying to put together a scoring drive here. Down to 3:40 left in this ball game. 56-13 Titans lead. Lions come to the line of scrimmage here. Tucker back in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers out to his left, and he's got 1 to his right, running back on each side of him. Tucker to throw, throws a fade to the right, pylon, and that is a touchdown. Grant Mehurin with the catch, and Salem finds the end zone with 3:10 and counting to go in this ball game to make the score 56-19. Good throw, good catch.
Good throw, good catch, and it's really been Mehurin this whole drive. He's a senior, probably gets his last touchdown of his high school career.
4th touchdown of the year for Grant Mehurin. And so the Lions will go for 2. They got a different quarterback in the game. That's Adam Mole, a freshman who's taking the snap and running to the left side and getting into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. So with 2.5 to play in the ball game, makes the score Gibson Southern 56 and Salem 21. We'll take our final break of regulation on your home for Titan football, 89.1 The Bash and BashRadio.com.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89.1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Big thanks to Gordy Lim, the 891 The Bash studio. Tell you what, Gordy, I guess he's only worked half the time, I guess, if all these games have been running clock. You know, really could get in the math, things of that. But no, we really appreciate all that Gordy's done for us this year. He's worked every game.
He's a legend.
He's done a great job. He gives us some good jokes in between commercial breaks, but Gordy, we appreciate you. 56-21 Titans lead. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. 2.5 to go in this one. Salem just scored on a touchdown pass from Caleb Tucker to Grant Mehurin. And so we'll have this kickoff in a couple of snaps, and we'll go on home for the weekend. Low squib kick will be picked up and then marked down at the Gibson Southern 33-yard line. So we'll wind up that clock. Down to 2:20 to play. Titans are going to improve to 10-1 on this 2021 season. Magic number down to just 4, Kyler.
And we will probably be saying that, I hope.
Yeah.
I hope until they actually hopefully, we might be taking a trip to Indianapolis.
You said it, not me. Of course, that's the end goal, and I think everybody in town knows it's a big possibility.
One game at a time.
Yep, one game at a time for sure. And it won't be easy next week against an improved Heritage Hills team, that's for sure. Assuming they pull off to get the win against Bosse. They were leading by 17 at halftime last we checked. Well, the officials are halting play and letting this clock run down a lot. Or actually, it's just the Titans waiting on the play clock, and Tanner Boyd will take a snap and take a knee. And one more kneel down will end this ball game. So we will have the sectional championship broadcast for you next week here on the Bash, and also you can tune in to the Nick Hart Show Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Hoping to have possibly a Titans player on as well. Did that a couple of weeks ago, and try to do that again this week. So Tanner Boyd will let this play clock run down. And Boyd will take a knee. And that's your ball game. Final score, Gibson Southern 56, Salem 21. And for the first time since 2018, the Titans are moving on to the sectional championship. They'll take on the winner of Heritage Hills and Bosse right here at the Jewel next Friday night. That will be a good one. This was a good one early on, but the Titans eventually pulled away with a 45-point victory, or correction, a 35-point victory, 56-21, the final score. A great night for Brady Allen, a great night for Sean DeLong. Titans defense came up big in the second half, and they pull away with the big win. Titans improved to 10-1 on the season. Salem ends their year at 3-2. We'll take one last break. When we come back, we'll have the United Fidelity Bank postgame show here on your home for Titan football, 89-1 The Bash.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89-1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ars Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ars, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ars Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Micah.
Final score, Gibson Southern improves to 10-1. They advance to the sectional championship next Friday against the winner of Heritage Hills and Bosse with a 56-21 here over the Salem Lions. It was close and exciting in the first quarter, but the Titans pulled away in the second and third quarter to get a big win. Kyler, in that first quarter was exciting and a little concerning, but deep down you knew the Titans were going to pull it away, and they did.
They did, and as you alluded to, that first quarter, like I said, kind of put you on the edge of your seat just a little bit. We're thinking, man, this might be this might be a great ball game at hand. But after a couple of stops, Gibson Southern, they get back on their get back to their ways of the football we've seen all year, man. It's been a long day, just like you said earlier. But
scoring summary here for Gibson Southern. Start off on their first drive, a 7-yard run by Adrian Lukeman. Then on their ensuing possession, a 6-yard pass from Brady Allen to Rory Heltzley. And Salem was able to answer with a 1-yard run by Mason Gilstrap. Then the Titans answered that with an 11-yard catch and run from Brady Allen to Rory Heltzley. And then that big 78-yard catch and run from Caleb Tucker to Trevon Smedley that made it 21-13. And the Titans would never look back from that point. A 73-yard touchdown run by Sean DeLong. A couple of quarterback sneaks for scores from Brady Allen. And then a 17-yard pass from Brady Allen to Rory Heltzley. Those two combined for 3 touchdowns tonight. And then how about a touchdown pass from actually a Chris Spear field goal, or he missed a field goal actually, stand corrected. But the touchdown pass from Tanner Boyd to Michael Herron there early in the fourth quarter to give the Titans that 56-21 win. Well, Kyler, we haven't seen Bosse yet this year, but if we do end up playing Heritage Hills next week, we kind of know what to expect. But again, it's a Heritage Hills team that's playing their best football at the right time of the season, and I don't think it will be that 42-3 win we saw earlier in the year.
Completely agree with you. I think it'll be probably about the same as what we saw in Mount Vernon. You cannot take any team just like how you did in the regular season. The regular season does not matter anymore. You can look at that score all you want, but whenever it comes to Friday night here at Jack Jewell Memorial Field, that's all that's going to matter. And also, we also saw it tonight. Any team, at the end of the day, no matter what you're ranked, it does not matter. I mean, any team could be beat on any given night. And Heritage Hills is looking to do that. We're hoping that doesn't happen. But man, I think next Friday night for the sectional championship doesn't get much better than that. Next Friday night should be a fun one.
Titans in advance of their first sectional championship game since 2018. They'll look to win their first sectional since 2015. Of course, that was the great team with Nick Sellers. They were number 1 of the state before losing that semi-state game to Bishop Chittard. So, Kyler, any last words? Well, once again, this is the United Fidelity Bank postgame show, but Kyler, any last words before we hit the road for the weekend?
Moving on.
Yeah.
One more week in the broadcast booth, but man, I think I'm excited because I haven't seen a sectional championship personally since I've been here at Gibson Southern. So this one kind of hits a little bit different next week. Just kind of another stepping stone, so to speak, if Gibson Southern can pull it off. But I'm excited and cannot wait to be in the booth next Friday night.
Of course, we encourage all you fans to make it out to the Jewel to watch that game. But if you can't, of course, we'll have all the action for you. Don't know what a kickoff time will be, but I assume it's going to be rather a 6:30 or a 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have a pregame show for you 15 minutes prior to kickoff. And also the Nick Hart Show will be this coming Tuesday at 7 o'clock right here on the Bash and BashRadio.com. And again, Gibson Southern will go for a sectional championship next Friday here at the Jewel against either the Bulldogs or the Patriots. So that'll wrap things up for tonight's broadcast. For Gordy Limp, back in the studio, our broadcast partner, Kyler Gammon, I'm Cole Carter signing off. We'll talk to you next Friday night. Go Titans!
Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash has been made possible by Edward Jones Financial Representative Jason Rainey, Al Lentz of FC Tucker Realtors, Fort Branch Community Pride, Pro Rehab, United Fidelity Bank, Ours Cafe and Catering, Wabash General Hospital, and by Wabash Valley College. Gibson Southern Titan Football, a special sports production of the Wabash Valley College Radio, TV, and Digital Media Department, and 89.1 The Bash.